Today we're going to go over the Dejavoo P series that was released recently in January. This is the newest line of terminals that we sell and a personal favorite. Here you see the Dejavoo P3. This is a mobile terminal. All right, it does have the receipt printer, but also has a SIM card in it. So you can take it anywhere. This is the P1. Now, the only difference between these two terminals is the construction on the back. Here, there's a spot for an Ethernet cord, none on the P3. Now, let's run a sale on a P-line terminal, okay? You can see here that I have a tag. Let's say if we were a restaurant that we wanted to add a server number, we can add whatever number here. I can also name this invoice. We can add multiple reference number invoices if that's required. We're going to enter in a dollar here. And now we can see here we're prompted on screen for tipping. We can have the prompt for tips only be on the receipt if you would like, but here it's on screen. I'm going to select 10% and then hit the green arrow to proceed. We have every line item broken down here. We also have tax. Let's say I wanted to remove my tax. We're going to tap, hold it for about 2 seconds, and then you're going to be prompted to enter the password. The password is always going to be the last 4 digits of your TPN, which appears on the screen. Now we're going to select the tax that we want to remove. Yes. We will be prompted to approve that new breakdown now. And we go to the sales screen here. Now you see here there's a few options: debit, cash, enter card, send link. Now send link, this means that you will send a text message to a cell phone, and within that text message there will be a secure payment link embedded that when tapped on, it'll open up a portal where you can enter in your card number. Now you see that it tells you to tap, insert, swipe. It's actually listening for a transaction right now, and you'll notice there isn't a credit option. That's because the default transaction for this terminal is credit. So I'm going to use my Apple Pay here. You got our approval, merchant copy printing out. The NFC reader is right here with this symbol. Let's say we wanted to send an SMS receipt to our customer, or we can print it out or email. I'm going to say no receipt for the time being. Let's say we wanted to void out that transaction that we just ran. There's 3 lines here. You can see here we have a couple of options for authorizations to run. We're going to run a void, prompted for password again. Now this is password protected on my terminal, but we don't have to password protect the void and refund settings. We can see here we're given an option. If we had run multiple transactions, we would see them all listed here. We're going to select that most recent one that I ran. I'm going to hit the proceed. Yes. Much like before, we're going to get the merchant copy printed, and then we have an option for the customer copy. Moving on here, you'll see there is a little guy with a headset on. Think of that like the tech support team here in Lubbock, Texas, okay? So tap on him. If you forgot how to run that void that we just saw, you'll see some demo videos here showing you how to do some basic functions of the terminal. Pretty nice. The call me back. If you're ever having a problem with the terminal or you have a question about it and you don't want to call at that given time, you can send our team here in Lubbock a message saying, I would like a demo. You enter in your cell number here, and there will be an email sent to our team. Somebody will reach out to you, okay? There's also the hardware diagnostic test. These are kind of neat if you ever run into a problem with a particular card. Say your NFC isn't working when somebody is tapping, and they say, well, I don't think your terminal works. Well, you can just run a test of your NFC reader. So we're going to test this out here. Hold my phone. Card read successfully. So we know that our NFC reader is working. All right, so it's probably the customer's card that is damaged. Now you see here there's also a swipe test, an EMB test. This is for the chip on your card. The keypad test and printer test. Now here's a little star in the very center. Think of this as your favorites. If A very common thing that is asked, how do I reprint a receipt? Right here, the number one option on your favorites menu. If you're talking with our team here in Texas and you're trying to change some parameters, afterwards they're going to direct you to update the app here. If you are interested in settling your batch early before your auto batch, or you don't have an auto batch at all, option number 3, show settle batch, shown here. And then option reports, let's look at this a little bit more. We have a lot of different modifiers for the type of report that we can view. We are currently looking at open batch reports, but say we wanted to look at closed batch reports. This is how you would change that, okay? And you can see last few, most recent. We're just going to proceed with all the default options here. You're going to be given an on-screen view of your current batch. Okay, you can see here that I have nothing in my current batch because I just voided out that transaction. But if you didn't want to print out a new slip every time you wanted to check how much you've done throughout the day, you have this on-screen view. I'm back out of reports here. We're going to look at something else, the tip adjustment. If we're taking tips that are written on the receipt, we will have to go back after the fact and adjust the tip. Now, I actually have that disabled here, but the option is very obvious. All you have to do is match the transaction number to the receipt. The pre-sale ticket. This is a personal favorite of mine. Let's say that you want to offer a pay-at-table solution at your restaurant, okay? And you want to hand people not only their bill, but a pre-sale ticket. What you can do is print out a QR code that your customer could scan and then pay while sitting at the table without coming up to the counter or having to wait for their waiter to return their bill. And you would track that right here. You can see pending, you can refresh it. Once the transaction is approved, it will enter your batch for batch out later on that day. When it comes to connecting the terminal to the internet, this terminal in particular has a SIM card, as you remember, and will come pre-loaded with that SIM card. Whenever you turn it on, it will automatically connect. If you have one of these terminals without a SIM card and you're using it in Wi-Fi, what you're going to do is pull down from the top here. This is an Android-based terminal, so some of you might be a little bit more familiar with these settings. Our Apple folks, here's the time to learn. You can see I pulled down once, pulled down a second time. We can tell that AT&T SIM card is live right now, but let's see if we wanted to connect to our Wi-Fi. Tap on that. Here we see I'm already connected to it. If I wanted to connect to another network though, I would tap on that, enter in the password on the keyboard, and then hit connect. Pretty simple there. If you have a P1 terminal, such as this, then you want to connect to the Ethernet cord here, right there.
I hope this video was able to help you understand that Dejavoo P series terminal a little more and give you an effective troubleshooting if you needed it. If you need further assistance or we didn't cover something in this video, always remember you can always call our tech support and they'd be happy to help you anytime. Again, thank you for choosing Wholesale Payments and you have a good day.